Hi, this is part 2 of my series of videos that I intend to make about mind control and mind programming. Today I wanted to say a little bit about this current situation that we have after the release of Epstein files and the start of the war with Iran. The start of the war is so shortly after the release of Epstein's files is not a coincidence. That was deliberately done in order to shock the people, zombify them, and then they started the war. Briefly, actually, that behavior says that okay, we've done that, and now we carry on. It's business as usual, don't pay attention to that anymore, which is in itself really absolutely horrific and incredible. But that is actually the attempt to normalize these types of behavior that were described in the Epstein files. It is all so well planned because the processing of the information from these files takes time, because I remember when I first found out about similar things. I mean, it's basically the same stuff, only at that time nobody knew about the Epstein, so it was other people, mainly royals, these top rich people, influential. And I know that it was a really very, very hard period for me. I couldn't sleep, I cried, I couldn't really accept that information that was so horrific. These rich men's hunting parties where they would hunt kids, and I don't want to talk about these details. And really it was so hurtful, and to the point that you simply think that you're losing your mind. Basically. And especially it was hard because at that time, and that was I don't know, 10-15 years ago, there was nobody absolutely that I could talk to about, and I tried to talk to others to warn them, to say what I found out, but no, nobody was, they would listen to me politely, but the information didn't really get to them. So it was really hard. And now it's a bit easier because so many people are now familiar with this information, and the information is horrible, but it's easier if you have someone to talk to about that, and to organize and to do something to prevent similar things happening in the future. But what I wanted to say is that it took me a while, it took me actually a long time to accept and emotionally process that information, which is exactly what people globally don't have now with the start of the war with Iran, because their attention is turned towards that. And the files were released, I think, just before the start of Winter Olympics, and there was the Super Bowl and all other sorts of stuff. It was just a distraction for people, because it is not easy to face this information. And when you offer some distraction, then people are emotionally more willing to turn away from painful information. So none of that is a coincidence, actually. Now there is indication that some other wars might start soon, which I hope will not. But that is actually another tactic to start one war after another, So these files would become a distant past, and they would consider that the end of the story. which we must not allow, because for us it is really the matter of to be or not to be. And I'm 100% sure that you're aware of that, because if we let this one slide, if we let this type of behavior be normalized and accepted, and in some ways it already is, as in some countries sexual intercourse with young children, sometimes over 10 or 12 years old, which they're still children at that age, is even legalized, and they are pushing these boundaries lower and lower, and that is part of that grand scheme and that their plan. But we really must not allow that. Every animal species protects their young ones. They even protect the young ones from other species, from the predators. And we are considered the most intelligent animals. Humans. I think that this will be the point where people will finally sober up, because I see the reaction from so many people, and they are not shy when it comes to talking about these things, writing, asking for justice, demanding answers. So I believe in human race. We've proven to be very resilient and smart and brave, and maybe we didn't react when it comes to some other things, but when it comes to children and the protection of people in general, I think that is the issue where we must really stand up. And I hope that with coming spring we will all really start organizing, joining forces, working together, demanding justice. And it has to be on so many levels, from judiciary to police forces, everyone that was involved in these crimes. If other things fail to unite us as humans, make us forget our differences regarding race, skin color, religion, gender, any other type of division that we are actually prone to accept, this is the time. And if we unite, we can do it.